Welcome to the recap of the White Sox 11-9 victory over the Tampa Bay Rays, concluding a 5-1 road trip after the All-Star break in very impressive fashion. I'm calling this one the win of the year. Let's get into it. It's all brought to you by Wintrust, the home of White Sox checking. Go to wintrust.com/White Sox or click that QR code to find out details on how you can get that super cool White Sox debit card, and our new proud partners of Tasty Trade. They've got everything you trade all in one place. If you want a reliable trading platform, Tasty Trade is for you. Start your trading journey today at tastytrade.com/podcast. Yes, it's the win of the year. Jonathan Cannon in the first inning, this one looked like it was going to get away early and often. A lot of extra base hits. He gave up 5 hits in the first. He gave up 2 home runs. It was 4-0 Tampa Bay right out of the gate, and you're thinking, okay, well, at least the road trip was pretty good. You got a 4-2 road trip, and you're coming home. Nah. That's not how the White Sox have operated. Not as of late. I want to take you through this. You get to the top of the second, the White Sox come storming right back. A single by Miguel Vargas, a single by Kyle Teel, a single by Luis Robert that scores Vargas. And then guess who? Yes, Colson Montgomery hits home run number 2. He's going to love these minor league ballparks because that's what George Steinbrenner Field is down there in St. Pete, where the Tampa Bay Rays have their temporary home. His second home run, and all of a sudden, just like that, it's 4-4. And then Jonathan Cannon, it's not going to be his best start, because what happened after that in the second inning, the guy that I actually had in the bet of the day sweepstakes here on the lunch hour that I do every day at 12:30, Taj Bradley, couldn't find the strike zone. He's shell shocked. It's 4-4. He walks Rojas, he walks Baldwin, then he walks Andrew Benintendi. They yank him. And let's get into our Hooters winging it. Originalhooters.com. Try the wings. You'll thank us later. It's the numbers don't look all that great for Jonathan Cannon. And of course, they're really not good for Taj Bradley. Bradley, an inning and 2/3, 4 runs, 4 hits, no strikeouts, and the 3 walks that I mentioned. Here's what I liked, though, about Jonathan Cannon. Yes, he gave up 4 earned in the first inning. He goes 4 1/3, 6 earned, 7 hits, 9 punch-outs, and a walk. The numbers aren't sexy. They're not good. I'm looking at the whole enchilada here, though. When you look at how he pitched after giving up 4 runs on 5 hits in the first inning to even get into the 5th at that point, that's a win to me. Yes, he left the game after 4 1/3. He'd given up the another 2 runs, and it's 6-4 Tampa Bay. The Sox get 1 back in the 6th, and then Tampa Bay adds on again in the 7th. And then we fast forward to the 8th inning. And the White Sox bullpen, you're talking about using, I think, 6 different guys tonight in the White Sox bullpen to get through this. But I want to talk about that 8th inning, because the White Sox, again, 7-5, this team's fighting. And that's what we've talked about here on the recap, and quite frankly, on the CHSN, on the postgame show, et cetera, et cetera. Kevin Kelly comes in for the Tampa Bay Rays. Here's what happened. Benintendi walks, Vargas singles, okay? Then Kyle Teel singles. It's 7-6. Luis Robert walks. Colson Montgomery. By the way, I should mention, Kyle Teel also got his first career home run tonight. So Kyle Teel and Colson Montgomery both go down to St. Pete, now the home of the Tampa Bay Rays, at least temporarily. And they both get their first home runs. And then Colson adds his second tonight. And then Colson Montgomery gets the game-winning double. He gets the double to put the White Sox ahead 8-7, and they piled on from there. Brooks Baldwin got a fielder's choice RBI. Michael Talkman gets an RBI. It's 10-7. They make a pitching change. Chase Mydroth comes through, and the Sox all of a sudden have an 11-7 lead. Of course, it doesn't ever happen easy, because Tampa Bay adds 2 in the 8th. And then we go to the 9th, and Dan Altavilla, I'll tell you, this dude, he's going to get traded. He has been quite the find, and go to the Ethan Katz pitching lab. That's what I've been calling it, the Ethan Katz pitching lab, because I think he'll get traded. It's a second save. He had some traffic. He allowed 2 walks and a hit. He was able to tiptoe through things. And the White Sox, a big challenge to start the 9th inning, actually was the key there as the White Sox get out of Tampa Bay or out of St. Pete with the series win. Our player of the game brought to you by Apt. Go to apt.com or visit them in Glenview. There's the promo code right there on your screen. Recap 25 will save you $25 on any purchase of $150 or more. It's Colson Montgomery. Colson Montgomery with a 5 RBI night, his second home run to tie the game up at 4. Then he gets the go-ahead double in the 8th. This guy, there were so many questions. And look, there's still going to be a lot of questions about Colson Montgomery, but he had so much pressure on him to just get here. And once he's gotten here, he has delivered both offensively and defensively. And it's so much fun to look at a box score and see Kyle Teel and see Colson Montgomery and see Miguel Vargas and start to go, okay, like there's tangible things happening. Kyle Teel had a 4-hit night. And I'm giving player of the game to Montgomery because of the hits he had and when he had them. A 2-for-5 night for Montgomery, 5 RBIs. Teel had 2 RBI. Mydroth with a big RBI. You look at that box score, folks. I'm telling you, it's just this team in the second half is going to be a lot of fun. A lot to unpack in what I'm calling the win of the year for the Chicago White Sox. This is the win of the year. A 5-1 start after the All-Star break. Guess who's on deck? A day off on Thursday, and the Cubs come down to the South Side. And if the Cubs think they're going to just come in there and not get a dogfight, you got another thing coming from them. The Cubs have a lot going on. They have a lot to play for, and the White Sox are at a different level, at least right now. White Sox win 11-9, 5-1 since the All-Star break. I'm Ryan McGuffey. We'll be back at it on Friday with a Crosstown recap of the Cubs and White Sox. Have a great night. We'll see you then. Plenty of content again tomorrow. Take that.